What's the point of the Urantia Book? What sets it apart from other religious thought? A central theme of the Urantia Book is that of the evolution or progression of the individual. A person can't put down the book without getting the sense that we continue to progress in the afterlife. But there's one place in the book where this teaching seems surprisingly thin. It was not a central theme of Jesus' public ministry. I realized this while working on the video Save Us in Temptation, which looks at the Urantia Book's version of the Lord's Prayer. Unlike the Christian version, the Urantia prayer ends with the plea, "Increasingly make us perfect like yourself." Early on in the Christian movement, that line got lost from the prayer, and in fact that entire concept of there being a long afterlife of progression toward perfection was never even really picked up by Christians. It struck me that I would never hear anyone talk about personal growth in the afterlife at the church that I attend, but even within the Urantia Book's life and teachings of Jesus, creator of our universe, designer of our evolutionary planet, did not emphasize this to the common people. Now, when I realized this, it got me so worked up that I ran over to my husband, who was busy making a Chicago-style pizza in the kitchen. And as you can imagine, it was a little chaotic in there. But I start jabbering on about my own little personal breakthrough. And the best that he can do for me is to only half pay attention. He had other priorities. Delicious priorities. Jesus had other priorities too. During the times of Abraham, Melchizedek revealed the concept of a single God. 2,000 years ago, people had again outgrown their old religion. It was time to transition from Jewish to Jesusonian beliefs. The shift was from the God of a nation, distant, rule-making, made in the image of a material king, to a loving God of the individual, parent-like, close and comforting. This was a momentous shift, and bringing about that shift was Jesus' priority. He taught that God loves you. He notices you. A distant king doesn't do that. That shift was such a leap that Jesus had to set his priorities, so it's no wonder that the concept of progression in the afterlife is absent from Christian theology. He helped average people progress their individual selves by emphasizing a personal relationship with the Father. But with such a limited amount of time, he had to focus in on that one concept to advance. This is where the Urantia Book picks up. This is the natural next step.